Welcome to another episode of Up Close and Personal with Angela on behalf of Aspiring Authors Magazine. I want to welcome you. I want you guys to take this opportunity to share this in your circle of influence. You never know what the next person may be in need of. And I'm excited to be on this journey tonight. I have another amazing author that's going to be sharing a little bit about her brand and what she has coming up for 2023. If you're not familiar with the 122 author movement, we will be showcasing and sharing these amazing authors throughout 2023. So if you don't know them, you will get to know them in 2023. So I'm excited. And if you're not following the 122 author movement, go ahead, get attached because there are some amazing authors that some of you may not know, some of you may know. But if you don't, take this opportunity to get to know them. Y'all, I'm going to move out the way and allow my very special guest to come up. She's not a stranger to this platform. She's been on here before. She's very active in some of the things that I do. And I am very honored to have her here tonight. So I'm going to move out the way and allow her to come up and introduce herself. Hello.
Hi,
How are you?
I am wonderful. I'm blessed.
Amen,
Yes.
amen, amen. So I want you to please, for those that may not know who Shante Reed is, to please introduce yourself.
So I am an author. I currently live in Houston, Texas. I lived in Sacramento, California before I moved here, and I'm originally a Georgia girl. So I'm originally from the state of Georgia, Midland, Georgia, which is near Augusta. I am a sister, I'm an auntie, but I'm a person who most importantly loves God. I actually this year I actually was ordained as a minister, so I am a minister now. And so my thing is very much, if you get to know me, you'll know that I love talking about God. That's the best subject that you can get me to talk about. I'm just a people's person. I love interacting with people, and meeting new people. You just never know who you're going to get introduced to. That's a little bit about me.
Wow. That is amazing. That is amazing. I want you to share what this journey has been like because I know outside of being a ordained minister and an author, you are also a poet. Um, so if you would, please share with us what this journey has been like.
This journey, when I really, took my time and sat down and thought about it, it actually began for me back in high school, which is a little over 20 something years ago. So I'm not as young as I look, as so as I've been told. But I originally started writing poetry. It was my way to express my frustration with life, honestly. I was a person, I've dealt with a lot of depression. And so a way for me to just to let it out was to begin to write. And so I wrote my first poem that I shared back in high school, but just dealing with the life issues, I stopped writing for a while to about 2015 when I truly began a relationship with Christ, because I've always known Christ. And so once I began a relationship with Christ, the words just wouldn't stop coming out. And he's still, pouring into me to pour out. And that's the way I always view it, is let your words speak. Because we have, with the power of our tongue, we can speak a life or death. And that's what my purpose is, to speak life by using poetry, the outlet that he's given me to be able to support others.
Wow. So how many books do you have?
So I have 3 books that I've self-published, and I'm actually in the process of getting 2 books actually published through a publishing company. So I'm actually pretty excited about that. So these will be my first 2 books, and their poetry as well, that'll be published through the traditional publishing company. And I worked on several collaborations with you as well. I can't even keep up. I know it's been a few that we worked on, that I worked on with you. So that's my thing is, however God gives me the opportunity to get what He gives me to get out, I'm gonna use that vessel. We all are vessels to be used. So
And that is, and I tell people all the time that there's something, everybody has a story to share. So what is your message to the world? What is it that you want the world to get from Shante? And when your journey is over, what would you like for this universe to remember you by?
I would like to be remembered as a person who loved people. My passion is and will always be encouraging children, because I know as a child myself, I didn't feel like I was encouraged. So I want children to always know that, no matter if they have a disability, especially children that deals with disability, because I am legally blind, I want them to know that they are worthy. They are here for a reason. And God put each and every one of us here for something. We each have a talent. And the biggest revelation that He's given to me this year is our purpose is multifaceted. It's not, because I know for many years I looked at my purpose as one thing. Okay, God, what's that one thing I'm here to do? And then He was showing me this year, no, it's not just one, it's just not one dimensional. It's multifaceted. And so everything that we do is an opportunity to share His words, to share His heart, to share His words. We don't know, what we're doing, because my job that I work is in customer service, and I speak to so many people. And a lot of times you think, well, that's just a job, but God can call you to minister at that place. We're not there just to be there, just to get a paycheck. It's an opportunity to share God's word with somebody. So everything we do has a purpose. We just have to make sure that we're working toward that purpose.
Wow. And you say that, and the last job that I actually worked, when I went to that job, I used to tell them all the time I didn't know why I was there, and they would constantly ask me, why are you working? Like they would ask me why I was on that job. But I remember one day, and it was at a laundromat. I was a laundry attendant at a laundromat, and they was like, why are you here? And one day I met this young lady right before I decided that I wasn't gonna work no more. I met this
Mm-hmm.
young lady and had an opportunity to really minister to her, to witness to her, to share, my journey with her. And it encouraged her because I didn't even know that the young lady was just getting out of prison. She was just
Wow.
getting out of prison, and she was just, I mean, she was in tears when I left there that day, because she said she needed everything that I shared with her. And I
Mm-hmm.
felt like that was the reason why, if I didn't meet nobody else before I left there, that was the reason why I was there. And
Yep.
I'm gonna say within 2 days I left that job, and I've been able to stay connected with that individual on social media. um,
Mm-hmm.
but when I heard her story and her journey, like she has a daughter that's incarcerated, and she's incarcerated for 45 years for something that she didn't even do.
Mm.
And just to hear her story. But like you said, we all have a purpose here, and we're all placed on these jobs and these different things. He allows us to be on these things so that we can minister. Because when I was raised off my bed of affliction, all I wanted to do was share His goodness, and He allowed
Mm-hmm.
me these platforms to do that. And I used to tell people all the time when they used to come on my show in the beginning that it was more than books. And I didn't understand while I was telling people that, because I'm not where I was 5, 6 years ago. Because I'm telling you, 5, 6, 7 years ago, me talking about the word of God, or me doing a lot of the things, I wouldn't have been doing it. I did not see myself doing this, but God, but
But
God, but God. And I'm so grateful today. I've met so many amazing people like yourself, and to be able to share your story and to be able to share your journey. You were saying that you are visually impaired, you are legally blind, and a lot of people I know, they would be going through. So I have a friend right now that is struggling. He had surgery on his eye, and he received news about 2 weeks ago that he may be losing sight in one of his eyes, and he's not been handling it well at all.
mhm.
So I definitely thank you, because a you're a testimony, and you are an inspiration to many people that have a disability, because you didn't give up. You are writing. Now, you just said you got 2 books that's about to be published through a traditional publisher. um like, you are doing some amazing stuff. You're not allowing your disability to stop you, and I am so thankful for you just being who you are.
Glory be to God, because I know that it's only by His grace, and sometimes being a human, we just have so many times where we want to give up, because it feels like, God, what am I going through this for? And it's like, okay, I know I'm going through this for a reason, but as you're going through things, we have to remember that, we may feel like He's not there, but He is. And a lot of times it's just that we're not reaching out to Him. We're just trying to do it on our own, and we can't. And so that's been a big thing for me. And I've also, like I told you, this year, He's just been revealing so much to me. And another thing I have dealt with is pride. And people will think, pride is a lot of arrogance. And that pride actually shows itself in multiple ways, because for me, dealing with pride, my pride was refusing to accept help even when I needed it. And so we have to realize that we are helpers one to another. And so we all need help at some point, and we can't be too prideful not to help it, not to help, ask for that help when we do need it.
Wow. Like, I tell people all the time, it's okay to not be okay. But when you realize that you're not okay, it's okay to ask for help or to seek help. So I thank you for sharing that on tonight. Like, wow.
Yeah.
So, in going into 2023, what are you working on
So
besides
that,
the 2 books? I know you got the 2 books that's
yes, so
dropping. I
excited.
know that is major. That is major.
Yes.
So if you don't have anything else, I know that that alone, if you want to talk about that, and what that process has been like, if you want to share, you're more than welcome to share about that. If you have something else coming up, you can share about that. But I want people to be able to follow you and support the things that you have already done and what you're working on now. So how can they support your platform?
So you can support my platform. I am on Facebook. My business page is Proverbial Wisdom LLC, but you'll find it under Proverbial Wisdom on Facebook. I am on YouTube under Shante Reed under my name. You can also find me at Instagram under my name Shante _M_Reed, or my business Instagram page as well. And I also have my website, which is www.proverbialwisdomllc.com. And so you are able to follow up with me there. So I'm actually wrapping up my 3rd season of Shantae's Corner, and it's just a a place. You could find that on my website as well. But it's really me doing so more of speaking, speaking about different topics. I think the last one I just did was stop asking me that, questions that people tend to ask you, and you're like, why? Why are you asking me why I'm not married? So that was my last one that I just did. So I'm wrapping up seasons 3 of Shantae's Corner. I'm also, as we mentioned, my 2 books will be coming out sometime next year, and that has definitely been pretty interesting, going from being self-published to working with a traditional publisher. I'm glad I actually have the self-publishing underneath my belt before I started working with the traditional publishers. It does help you understand the process a lot better when you've done it on your own. And let's see what else I'm working on. There's just really don't have anything else in concrete as of yet, but I definitely hope to be doing a lot more, whatever God, gives me the opportunity to work on next year. That's my goal, because my life is him. They see that's my purpose, to live my life so that they see him.
That's it. Let his light shine through you. That's my thing. Well, I'm excited for you, like always. You are doing some amazing things. I can't tell you how much I appreciate what you do, and for being a voice for those that may think that they don't have a voice. So thank you. And you working with kids. That's one of my passions. That's how I even got started doing the things that I'm doing. And it was me
Mm,
stepping out on faith and deciding that, hey, I wanted to do a summer camp. So I started the summer camp. And during the summer camp, my kids were not into reading the books that we had available for them. So I just started questioning why they didn't want to read the books. And basically, the babies was telling me that they can't relate to this. They wanted
mm,
stuff that looked like them. So that's what brought me to social
mm,
media, that brought me to Facebook, that made me ask the question, are there any African American authors? I'm telling you, I go into libraries all the time. I go into different places, and all I saw was a little section, and it was nothing that my babies could read. So I
mhm,
came I was searching for children books. I was searching, and I just ran across so many amazing um authors on Facebook. And 2016, I launched AALAC because I was like, if I didn't know about these authors, just imagine how many other people
mhm,
did not know about these brown authors. So it was my
mhm,
mission and my goal to just promote authors and to give them a platform and an opportunity to be able to share. And then especially being a self-published author, you don't have all of the resources and the avenues that a traditional publisher have.
mhm,
So you have to like pull on your resources and rely on your ability to network and collaborate and to connect with people. So that what brought me to Facebook, and that's what began all of what I'm doing now.
wow.
Um, and I was able to meet you. I was able to meet you, and I tell you, it has been amazing. I think the first really connection we had, you allowed me to be a speaker at a virtual event that you hosted,
Mhm.
and that was an amazing experience. I really truly enjoyed that, and I thank you for that opportunity as well. Um, so what are you doing as far as your speaking? I know you said that you were doing you was wrapping up your show, but are you doing any speaking engagements? If anybody want to book you for a speaking engagement, are you doing public speaking?
I am open to public speaking. I don't have anything lined up, but if anyone would like me to speak, I can be reached at proverbialwisdom20@gmail.com.
Well, I definitely look forward to all that God has in store for you in 2022. I mean, 2023. I tell you, 2022 has just zoomed by. So I'm
Yes.
excited about 2023. I will definitely be looking out for those two amazing books that I know will be dropping. So I'm just excited for you. I want you tonight to share something inspirational with that person that may be tuning in, that want to publish and they just don't know what to do, or where to start.
I would definitely, anyone who's interested and hesitant about beginning publishing, the best thing I can tell you is just do it. Just do it. That's what I had to do with my initial book. I was like, okay, God, if I'm ever gonna do this, I'm just gonna have to put it out there. And that was 2018 is when I published my first self-published book. And um between that time and 2020 when I published my second one, I didn't do much, but my thing was to just start. And so once I really started taking it serious in 2020 and just begin to network, it just has, I've learned so much. And I mean, especially if you ever do want to be work with a traditional publisher, it helps to have that foundation of having been a self published author, because more so what you're looking for, what you expect, and it helps you to understand the process. So anybody who's hesitant, just do it. You don't know who your work needs to reach. Even if you never know, there's somebody that needs to hear what you need to speak.
And that is so true. That is so true. Somebody is waiting to hear from you, because the very message that you may have to share may be the very thing that will set someone free. So, do you have anything that you would like to share from any of your writing tonight?
I don't. That's one thing that I've been working on too, because I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm like the person that um I pretty much look at it, but I can tell you guys one of my favorite poems that God has ever given me is my poem called The Pearl. So like I said, you can definitely check that out. I think that one is actually posted on one of my pages. But that's my favorite poem that God has ever given to me, is The Pearl.
In the pearl. And what was the meaning behind the pearl?
So the pearl is basically each and every one of us. We are a pearl. We are God's gift that is hidden. And we go through the pressure of being formed and shaped. And when we let Him lead, and we are able to be that beacon of light that He called us to be, that way, because we've went through everything that he's put to us. And a lot of times we're the one, we give up. It's not that he gives up on us, we give up on him. But when we remain faithful and just go through the process, not saying it's easy, because I that's one thing I always got frustrated with. Now being a true Christian, is people think the walk with Christ is easy, and it's not. It takes determination. It really takes that faith. Without that faith, you can't do it. And so that's basically what the pearl is, remaining in that process until he's ready to reveal you and be that shining star that you're called to be.
Wow. That's amazing. And we can check that out on your page and inside of your first book.
It's inside of my book titled I Am What You See, which is my second release.
Okay. I'm definitely going to be checking that out. Is there anything that you would like to leave with the listeners?
Like I said, the best thing I would tell you is, guys, anybody that's hesitant, just do it. Let your voice be heard. And like I said, if you like to reach out to me, I can be found on all social media networks. And my email is proverbialwisdom20@gmail.com.
Well, I definitely want to thank you for taking time to stop by and share with us on tonight. And I look forward to all that you will be doing in 2023. And I'm excited to have you a part of the 122 Authors from Around the World campaign, as we will be sharing you guys all of 2023. So get ready to get sick of me. Get ready to get sick of me, because we're definitely going to be promoting, pushing, and sharing you guys in 2023. Thank you for stopping by and sharing with me on tonight, Shante.
Thank you for
I pray
having
that your
me.
evening, yes, ma'am. I pray that your evening is blessed.
And
Thank
same to
you.
you. God bless. Bye.
Bye bye. I want to thank you guys for stopping by and sharing with us on tonight. I pray that something that was shared on tonight was a blessing to you guys. Please make sure that you stop by and check out Shante Reed on her a proverbial wisdom platform. She's an amazing, amazing author and poet, amazing spirit. So please support her and stay connected to what she has going on. I know what she's dropping is going to be amazing, because what she has out is already amazing. So make sure that you connect with her. Go over, follow her on social media. I want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time. We'll have Pastor LaDonna Marie on with us. So stop by tomorrow night, same time, same place. I love you guys, and thank you for supporting the 122 Authors from Around the World campaign, AALAC, and Aspiring Authors Magazine. Salute, salute.